Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the new Monster High episode that aired on Friday. As you guys know, each episode is composed of 2 parts, and, well, it's not parts, more like segments. You know how, like, Amazing World of Gumball episodes are, like, 11 minutes long, but they put 2 of them into a 30-minute block? It's like that. So, one of them was actually the Creepover Party episode, where we finally get to see Twyla. And here, it was confirmed that she is in fact autistic. We actually kind of knew that she was going to be autistic. I believe her voice actress had said something before that she was, but the episode flat out confirms it. She even says in the episode that she's autistic and sensitive to loud noises. I think that's great representation, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, but of course we're going to talk about this more in depth in the rest of the video, so with that, let's get on to it. By the way, I am going to be leaving a link to the episode pinned in the comments. I usually forget to put it in the description, but if I'm pinning it in the comments, I'll probably remember to do it. Also, we're going to talk about Twyla being autistic and other representation in this video, and then we're going to talk about the actual episode itself, because I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it and then continue this video. I just wanted to film the intro for now. So, yeah, let's get into it. Again. So starting off with Twyla, she has a full-on shadow form in this episode, which I thought was pretty cool, and she seems to take that form when she's feeling overwhelmed or just when she doesn't really want to be seen, because she did it in the cafeteria at the start of the episode, and I'm not sure why. But then she also does it again later in the episode when it's like super loud in the library because there's a bookworm attacking people. I'll explain the plot in a second. But, yeah, she goes into her shadow form then as well. So I don't know if it's just, like, caused when she's anxious. I feel like that would make sense, but maybe she also just does it sometimes. I don't know. They didn't, like, fully explain why she does that. But another thing she does often in the episode is fidget with her bracelet. I've heard people say that that is her, stim. I think that's cute. It's just fun to see her playing with her bracelet so often. She also explains in the episode that I think I already said this. I think I already said the loud noises thing. But, she explains in the episode that she is autistic and that loud noises are just overwhelming and startle her, basically. Okay, I don't think she used that word. I'm sorry, I forgot what she said. Those episodes are really fast-paced. But it's really cute, and despite not being autistic myself, I've seen a lot of autistic people give their take and say that they think that she's good representation. I'm just going to go with what the majority of people have been saying. I haven't seen anybody, like, be like, oh, this is a terrible representation, or, like, say that it's not good that she's autistic, which it would be dumb if anyone did say that. I think it's great. Monster High has never had a canonically autistic character. A lot of people did headcanon Ghoulia as being nonverbal autistic, but in universe, Ghoulia speaking the zombie language was basically the equivalent of, like, speaking Spanish or something. Because, you know, other monsters learned it. I'm pretty sure Frankie learned Zombish? I don't remember what it was called in G1. But Frankie learned that language, so... Well, I did like the headcanon of Ghoulia being autistic. It was never confirmed. Unlike Twyla being autistic, which is confirmed. So, it's pretty cool to have that confirmation. Plus, she's just super cute in the episode overall. Now that we've discussed that, let's get into what the plot of the episode was. So the episode actually starts with the main 3 sitting in the cafeteria and their lunch table, like, sucks or something, and I thought I was watching the wrong episode. But then they see that Toralei has a really cool and good table, so they want to try to steal it from her, but they're like, you're sitting by yourself, you loser, and she's like, no, I'm not, my friends are here, they just haven't been 3D modeled yet. So, you know, her friends weren't there. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Meowdy and Persephone reveal sometime soon. But, yeah, and then she's like, okay guys, let's make a deal. If you guys can stay in the library for a day, I don't know why she's making a crazy face here, but she is. If you guys can stay in the library for a whole night, then, you can have my table. And if not, then you guys have to be my lunchroom servants. And they're like, okay. It was kind of a weird premise, but it doesn't actually matter that much in the end. But yeah, after this, they go to the library. So they get to the library. I didn't take any screenshots of this part, but they get there and they're like, okay guys, let's start having a dance party. And they put on their radio and stuff and start dancing around. It's all good and fun. And Toralei's there talking loud as hell. I don't know how they didn't hear her saying like, I'm gonna catch Draculaura doing witchcraft. I'm gonna get her expelled. So I guess she doesn't care that Claudine's a human anymore. She probably does, but now she's more concerned about getting Draculaura expelled for witchcraft. Yeah. Also, she has freckles here. It's not on her doll, but yeah. So, they're still dancing, and then someone steals their radio. It's Twyla. not cool, Twyla, you cannot steal things. But she steals it, then she explains that she stole it because loud noises are bad for her. We also find out in this scene that Draculaura and Twyla already know each other and that they have been in the same class for years and years. Why we never saw Twyla until this point, I don't know, plot reasons. But the other characters don't recognize her. So, Claudine and Frankie don't know who Twyla is. So, Twyla then explains I think I already said that, I'm sorry. And then they invite her to join the creepover party. And she says yes, I think. I don't know if she ever actually says yes, but they start hanging out with her, so it's implied. Twyla also starts talking about talismans, which makes sense because she comes with a talismans book on her doll, and now we know why. She comes with the book, and she starts explaining that she knows about talismans, and Claudine's like, oh, I need to pick I'm so good at talking. Twyla's like, oh, I know this, and Claudine's like, oh, let me pick your brain, and Frankie's like, ew, that's gross. Shouldn't say that about people. And, then that's when they asked Twyla to join? No, they already asked her. These episodes move so fast, dude. I'm sorry. Trying to explain what happens in an episode of the new show, like the G3 show, is really like a mile a minute. It's so hard to explain the stuff that happens. But yeah, Toralei releases a bookworm, and she thinks it's a stink bug, but it's a bookworm, and starts eating the books and getting really big. And Twyla goes into her shadow form because all the loud noises of the bookworm screwing around, and then the 3 other ones are screaming and stuff, even though they know Twyla is not good with loud noises. They just start screaming. And, Twyla sinks away into her shadow form. Again, I didn't take any screenshots of this part, but she tells them that they have to leave the library. Doesn't matter if they lose their bet. And so they leave the library, and Twyla makes some, shadow books and leads the big bookworm into a shadow jar and seals it up. And then they bring it outside, and they're like, okay, we're gonna send this to the book graveyard or something. And then we get to see Headmistress Bloodgood in Nightmare. I feel like Bloodgood's not in that many episodes. Side note, do you guys think she's gonna get it all? Kinda hope she does. But, yeah, the episode ends with the 3 characters, the Draculaura, Frankie, and Claudine being like, oh, we're gonna go sit in the library with Twyla, and Toralei's all mad about it. She's like, oh, you guys, you lost the bet. And they're like, yeah, well, we found your phone in the library. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Toralei unleashed the bug and saw that it was getting bigger, and she just dipped and dropped her phone and somehow didn't notice that. And I guess they went through her phone because they saw that she unleashed the bug. I guess she recorded herself unleashing the bug. Toralei's not very smart this generation. I'm not gonna lie, they're doing her dirty. But yeah, that's what happens in the episode. Overall, it was a very cute introduction to Twyla, and we got to see a bit of her powers. She can look into people's dreams, but of course she asks for permission first. You don't want to just be poking around in people's dreams. You might find something horrifying if you do. So she looks into not the stink bug, it's a bookworm. The bookworm's brain, and yeah. It was a fun episode. Definitely a lot going on. It was nice to see the ghouls' creepover party designs. It was interesting to see Frankie wearing their prototype outfit, actually, because if you guys remember, the released creepover party Frankie is wearing a completely different outfit, including a different shirt, different pants, and a robe. So, completely different outfit. Claudine is also missing her robe. Draculaura is the only one wearing her full outfit, and also her makeup looks way better here. I really like the dark eyeshadow under her eyes. But, yeah, it was cool to see these 3 looks animated, and of course, it was great to finally meet Twyla. If there was just one thing I wasn't crazy about, though, I just wish that Twyla had a deeper voice. In G1, she always had a deeper voice, and even in the music videos, Twyla had, a deeper voice. It wasn't as high-pitched as it was in the episode. She sort of talked like this, it was really high-pitched. But if you guys remember, Twyla used to have a much lower-pitched voice in G1, and again, in the music videos that they released for her, her voice was lower-pitched. I mean, I think that they probably chose Twyla's voice actress because they liked the performance that she gave, and also Twyla's voice actress is autistic as well. So it was probably just a perfect casting. They liked the voice, plus the voice actress was autistic. So, I don't know. Personally, I would have liked a bit of a deeper voice, but I don't mind the voice overall. The voice actress did a good job, and I really liked the performance overall. Again, though, it's just my G1 nostalgia brain talking, saying, wish it was a little deeper. Not a bad performance, though. Please don't take that as me insulting or criticizing the voice actress. I really do think that she did a good job. Overall, it was a very good episode, and again, the show is very fast-paced. It makes a 10-minute episode really feel like you're watching it for 5 minutes because everything just moves so quickly. But yeah, it was a good episode. I'm, again, going to be pinning it in the comments if you guys would like to watch it, and I wanted to talk about the episode where we saw Draculaura's mom, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm just going to give you guys a little summary of what happened. They turn into zombies. Frankie's like looking at everyone's scaratage, and we see Draculaura's mom, whose name is, I think it was Feng Wei. I feel like I might be misremembering, I don't know. But she kind of looked like gory in a weird way, and then everyone started turning into zombies, and even Gulia, who's already a zombie. It certainly was an episode, for real, for real. But overall, that about does it. I'm gonna call it there. So, what do you guys think about Twyla being autistic? Is she good representation? Do you wish anything had been done differently? I don't know. I just want to hear what you guys think. I've heard from a lot of people that Twyla is good representation, and I'm happy to see the autistic community getting representation like that, especially... Is this month like Autism Awareness Month? Is that a thing? I know there's an Autism Awareness Day, and I think that might be today, actually, April 2nd. I would have to fact check myself, but I feel like that's true. I don't know. But yeah, as always, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you guys have to say. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!